before I get into everything, the reason why the numbers are going to be stronger here, it'll be great. It's going to give more momentums to sellers if they need it or not, but this is really for the buyers out there not to get down. The numbers are going to be strong, but they're crazy strong because we're basing it on easy comps. So if you remember, we had the coronavirus scare really started to rattle the stock market in February of 2020. And then we had the stay-at-home order shortly after. And in March, we saw sales collapse. And they were equally as bad in April. So to end Q1 of 2020, we had a month that was absolutely terrible for local real estate here in the South Bay. So when you have one full month of horrible data, and then you've got 3 months of good or really good data the next quarter, we've got easy comps. So the numbers are strong, of course, but they're not crazy strong as these numbers would suggest because it was so ugly a year ago when the coronavirus started. I read one statistic that some real estate pundit was quoting, and they're like, for this first week starting off in April here, mortgage purchase applications are up 50% year over year for this week. And I'm like, so what? Like, we were all on a stay-at-home order and no one was buying homes in the month of March and April. That's a silly statistic to throw out there because the comps are so darn easy from last year. So please keep that in perspective when you're hearing these numbers. The market's on fire, but it's not like prices jumped 50% from last week because it's been a steady rise up. Here we go. Manhattan Beach. Prices up 34% year over year, quarter one when compared to quarter number one of last year. The official median price in Manhattan Beach is at an all-time high at $3.1 million. And sales, closed business, jumped 45%. And look, in Q1 of last year, sales were at 60 in Manhattan Beach. Now they're at 87. There's been a really nice recovery from when the pandemic really saw everything collapse. Forming submarket, of course, was Manhattan Village, and I've hit this over the head. Manhattan Village is a PUD, a planned unit development. It's a vast majority condos and townhomes, and that's just out of favor. So Manhattan Village continues to underperform, where East Manhattan Beach and the Hill section are continuing to fuel the growth in the city of Manhattan Beach. Side note, highest sale in Manhattan Beach for Q1 was a $16.25 million strand sale. What I find interesting about this one is it debuted as a $16.9 million listing in May of last year. So just as we were coming out kind of the scariness of the pandemic and not reopening a little bit, but the real estate market started to take off, they knew they had to fight a shaky economy. They held in there for 3 quarters at $16.9 million and closed for $16.25 million. That's pretty impressive for sellers to stay that strong, and it's to show you that buyers are like, hey, we're not going to get deals out there. We've got to pay the price if we want properties, and someone got a very, very small discount on a $16 million sale on the strand of Manhattan Beach. So a nice little interesting side note for there.